Fala Headbangers! É com muita satisfação que o Heavy Nation traz aqui para vocês hoje um dos grandes representantes da música pesada mundial. Estou falando do Durr, uma banda que foi formada em 1998 nas Ilhas Faroé, uma ilha que faz parte ali, uma nação do Reino da Dinamarca, que fica mais ou menos situada entre a Escócia e a Islândia. Eles já lançaram 6 álbuns de estúdio, já lançaram um EP, já lançaram uma demo, já participaram de algumas compilações, inclusive um split que foi muito elogiado, lançado em 2009 junto com as bandas Alestorm e Heidevok. Ok, a banda hoje é formada por Heri Joensen, por Heri Streymoy, por Gunnar Thomsen e por Kári Streymoy. Tá bom? Então eu espero que vocês curtam esse bate-papo que eu vou ter agora com o pessoal. The band released a new album this year named The Lay of String, isn't it?
Yes.
Which are the main features on this record that differs this album from the other ones?
This is probably very much like the second last album. I think the two last albums are different from the previous ones in that they're less progressive and more straightforward music-wise, and more power accessible, more power metal, yes, made to be available to a larger audience than the previous albums.
Okay, there are, as a bonus track, 2 cover songs on the new album. Is previously sung by Ronnie James Dio. It's a Black Sabbath and a Rainbow, the 2 songs.
Yes.
And what's the relationship between the band and him? I mean, Ronnie James Dio, and I also want to know if you met him someday.
Never met him, but he's been a hero of mine since I was 14 or 15. And I heard him first time in my early teens, and I never stopped listening to him. And we decided for this album to make our favorite song, yeah.
Cover our favorite song.
Yeah.
I from Black Sabbath.
Yeah,
right?
it's
Stargazer.
Stargazer is mine, yeah.
Yes, the Humanize, Black Sabbath's The Humanize You is one of your favorite albums ever, isn't it, Harry?
It is, yes.
Yes, I read somewhere.
It's undervaluated, I think.
Yes,
it should be much more prevalent. It's not an album that you hear a lot from, and it was not very successful, I think, when they released it. That's why they didn't continue. That's what I read, at least. But I think it's one of the best Black Sabbath albums.
There's a curiosity about your style that you never used folk instruments on your songs, and it's just drums and guitars and bass and what do you think? I was researching some things about your country, and I read that in the Faroe Islands, the folk song there is just with vocals and everything.
Yeah.
So tell us just a little bit about your culture, your musical culture, the folklorian culture.
There is this culture or this tradition of singing ballads, very old ballads sometimes, along with very old texts. And some of the texts are Faroese, most of them, some in Danish and some in Norwegian, maybe even some in Swedish. And they're all traditional, and many of them cannot be found anywhere else in Scandinavia any longer. And that is a very rich tradition. I mean, there are extremely many melodies and texts, and that's what we've used as inspiration for the metal music that we make. But that is not, I don't think, a good reason to call it Viking metal or folk metal, because it's still just heavy metal inspired by something else. And most importantly, we don't sound like the other bands that you usually call Viking metal or folk metal, which we'll be doing ourselves this favor by using those brands, because we'll be put together with some bands whose fans may not like us, and cutting ourselves off from a much larger fan base.
Yes, I read something about some fans who decided to learn in Faroese to understand a little bit and sing a little bit better of your songs. Is it true?
Yes.
Yes, that's true.
Absolutely.
Germany especially. I think.
Yeah, especially Germany. Yeah, and maybe
Some people in
Holland
the
as well.
US too, I think.
Yeah.
People in the US.
And
Have you met him on
they
the
will sing
road?
along to
These
every
people?
song. we
Yes,
play.
met at concerts.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, guys. Do you think the band may come to use some folk instruments maybe in the future, because you are not using, but you have this maybe you think your song needs to this approach or something like that?
I can't imagine. No.
The closest, well, the only other instrument that we have used is here's Evo.
Yeah, it's not really.
It's still guitar. So.
Yeah. I mean, I like to write music for a specific lineup, and if I know we have 2 guitars, 1 bass, drums, and 4 vocals, then that's what the music will be made for, and I like that sort of working very basic and then stuff that you can reproduce live.
We had a tryout once for a violinist.
Yeah,
but I don't
it's a
know.
long time ago.
Yeah, many years ago. But it never really worked.
No.
You probably know, heard something about the Brazilian audience. It's some bands say on the interviews worldwide that's one of the wildest audience ever. So we got 3 chances to prove you. So maybe Belo Horizonte and São Paulo and Curitiba. So we got 3 chances. So tell me about other place, your favorite place to play till now. So the wildest guys that are, Tyr is my band.
I would say either Poland, or Iceland.
Yeah.
Iceland as
Poland
well?
definitely.
Yeah, Iceland's really good answer.
Poland's a
They
very good
go
place.
crazy.
to-
Yeah. It's fantastic.
Very nice.
But there's no really bad place to play.
No.
Can't think of a place I do not want to play again. But it's just some places are better than others.
What about the US?
Canada,
The US
really good.
audience.
Yeah, US is good. Especially in California and New York. And both.
Yes, because Brazil and US is very large countries.
Yes.
And you have to do a really big tour over there to to.
Yeah, I had several tours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this is the first one in Brazil for many more. So
Yeah, hopefully.
We make more and longer tours in the
Yeah.
future.
And what about the goals? The goals for the future, for the next and the
Money.
money? Make some money.
Well, the goal is of course to make this as a living, so we don't have to do anything else. That would be really good.
Are you already living just playing music, or you have some other jobs in the country?
I only do music. I think
All the other guys we have to work.
and side jobs.
So you deserve to make a little bit more money, so
Yeah.
to play more and release more albums and,
Yes.
and tour. Okay, guys, I think we're done here. So if I forget to ask something important for you, please feel free to talk.
Remember to come to our shows.
Definitely.
Okay, guys, thank you very much. Enjoy Brazil. Enjoy your Brazilian audience. You got lots of fans here. Okay.
Thank you.
That sounds
Thank you
good.
very much.
Very excited.